Welcome to Cup O Carnatic Nostalgia series. The other day we were having a rehearsal, lot of instruments together. And then after that we had to pack up and leave for the airport. Everybody packed because it's just putting into a box and they packed up and left. I was still packing and we got delayed because of the size of my instrument, the way you have to pack it, how to carry it, it's big, it's fragile and all of that. Well, this episode, Travel and I, is a dedication to all the musicians who are traveling with large instruments. I was thinking the other day, where did all this start? So my mother, for a reason, started me off with the Veena. While my sisters and cousins would play their morning exercises just within the span of their palm, I would take 2 buses and 1 train, maybe change trains somewhere and finish my entire speaking length and pant and catch up with them. Days in Chennai, me and my guru, we have travelled with 2 Veenas in a cycle rickshaw, keeping it vertically like that. That is quite a circus, but we did it. And they were large size Veenas. And then came our travels in auto rickshaw. So the big size Veena which I had then, the dragon head would protrude outside as the auto was moving front. People from behind and in the side would come and see, why is this dragon traveling in an auto? They would come and watch it. So we had some really fun times. So if I want to protect the dragon from a scooter guy who came very close, I had to move this side, the resonator would move out. If I push the resonator in, dragon would pop out. So we had a lot of fun times with the dragon and the size of the Veena at that time. And then of course the cars came, the different cars. In some cars you had to keep the Veena vertically, in some you could keep it horizontally. You have to be careful when you close the car door, otherwise it will break the dragon or the resonator. You have to keep it. And then why not a hard case, right? Let's come to that. Now, when the first international concert actually came, our thought was all about how do we carry the Veena? Because within India, when we traveled in trains, what I would do is book a berth in the name of Veena. And if the Veena was 20 years old, I would say Veena, female, 20 years old. And I would pack it and keep it in the upper berth. Sometimes the TT would say, there's no seat for a person and you are keeping a Veena. So what I would do, I would put a nice blanket on it, cover it very nicely. And when the TT came, I said, she's sleeping. So like that, we have had beautiful journeys together. And then when the opportunity of the international travel came, my guru came up with this huge box, wooden box, long ones, what that looks like. And we had 2 of them. And while we wheeled it into the airport, everybody was having solemn faces. And they saw these 2 ladies with cheerful faces wheeling in 2 boxes that looked 6 feet tall and about 2 feet wide like this. And then everywhere, by the time we lifted it, we checked in, it was oversized, overweight, and we were paying a lot. And when it came on the conveyor belt, we needed the, obligation of people nearby to help us lift it and keep it into the wheeler. Well, then my guru blessed me with a Veena that is in a sense dismantleable. Some parts that we don't essentially use for the sound, which is only a decoration, maybe the dragon head and other parts were made dismantleable, and then I keep it in the cabin with me. There are times when some airlines also have a restriction on carrying music instruments. Some allow you to carry it into the cabin, some insist that you have to check it in. So there are so many interesting stories. After a concert, when you travel, people will ask you, what instrument is this? Is this a guitar? Is it a tambura? And then if you have the energy, you stop and say, well, this is the national instrument of India, the Saraswati Veena. And I explain to them about the 24 frets. But if you're tired after the concert, you don't want to speak. If they say, is this a guitar? Is this a tambura? I say, yeah. and just go on. So I could write a book about travel experiences. But travel for a Vainika is not simply external. It's also while we play. So maybe for other instrumental, the low sa is here. For us, so to travel the length of the entire instrument, you need to practice and kind of do it in the same time that you would do while you play with other instruments. You have to keep up the same time and be in sync with that. Travel is a very interesting thing with a large instrument, and that in itself requires a doctorate degree to study how to carry it, how not to, it's a very fragile instrument. So we put a lot of stickers, music instruments, handle with care. You see all our cases, you will find all these stickers everywhere around it. We also have fiberglass cases now. No longer when we check it in, we are using those wooden boxes. There are many Veena makers who are making fiberglass travel cases. So in case some people want to take their Veena abroad or take it from place to place, you can find fiberglasses, good Veena cases, which you can put the instrument into and check it in. So happy travels. And with that, we come to the end of this portion of Nostalgia series. So for me, reliving those moments and going back into the memory lane and thinking about all of this has given me so much joy. I hope you had something in it for you. Let us stay tuned until we come back with something exciting, something interesting.